Greetings, Minecrafters! Nonsanity here, and welcome to episode 19 of my Primus Daybreaker series. Today we're going to do a little bit more in space, do a little bit more with blood magic, and get very close to finishing this mega battery. Let's get started. Yes, as you can see, the battery is bigger. The battery is big. The battery is massive. Look at this thing. How big is it? It is 17 by 18 by 18. Now somewhere I read that the maximum size was 18 by 18 by 18. This may or may not be the case, but I'm assuming it is because I have to stop some point. I put a second ultra provider in there, but the rest of these 3,838 cells are all ultimate energy cells, or induction cells. And all I need is one more layer right here to finish it up. And the layers at this point take 4 stacks of the induction coils. So I need to just make 4 more stacks. So how's the factory doing? Well, since I overclocked it, it is going 8 times as fast as it used to. Instead of making 1 stack a day, it makes 8 times, 8 stacks. 8 times 1 is 8. I've got 1 stack and it just started on the next stack, so I just need the 3 more stacks here. And I've got enough of the casing that I can finish it up. Unfortunately, it is not running at full speed right now because of lithium. Yeah, it's not making that very fast. This blinks whenever it's got one, and when it's off, it has none. You see, that just barely twitched there. These are all empty. This is empty. This is empty. Just a little bit is flowing through. You can see it building up in here. As soon as it reaches 100, it makes a dust. And all 4 of these are doing that, but it's not very fast. Everything else is fully running at full speed, but it's all being slowed down by this. And that's because I must have had a problem in my reactor power supply. Out here in the desert. Let's teleport out. It was... I'm not sure exactly what was going on. There's a couple of things it could have been. But these solar neutron activators, some of them were full like this. Some of them were empty like this and like flickering. This one isn't flickering. Are any of these going to be flickering? No. You can see the input is flickering. But you see like one would appear and then disappear. Some were going up and some were going down, and it didn't make any sense. So I figured take out the pressurized tube that's in between them and replace it with a whole lot of gas tanks. Now all of the gas tanks are full up to this one. This is the one that's currently filling. When it's done, that one, then that one, then that one, all the way down. It's getting slower as it fills all these in because all of the tanks are facing me. Their outputs are facing me. Well, they're all facing the same direction, which for these is facing towards me. The ones on either side of it fill in, and then everything upstream is going to flow into it. And as we get closer to the end, there's fewer and fewer machines upstream to fill it, so it goes a little bit slower. But these should be almost full, and then all the rest of these from here back to the front are full. So as soon as all that fills up, this system will be stable again. Likewise with the lithium coming in here, this pipe is probably not full yet. It's getting close. Grab my meter. Yeah, it says 83,000 still needed, 719,000 in there. So it's going to be filled very soon. Once that's filled, these 4 things will fill up and back up, and then this pipe will back up, and then we'll be getting our lithium production going at full speed. And once that's at full speed, any excess lithium will start stockpiling here in this bedrockium drum. But for some reason, these things piping into one long pressurized tube was just behaving weird. It also probably didn't help that I had basic mechanical pipe here for the liquids instead of the advanced or the ultra, or the other one in between advanced and ultra. Elite. And because I didn't want to have a whole lot of it stockpiled in this tube. And the bigger the tube is, the more it stockpiles. I mean, as you can see, this pipe that goes all the way out around the end and then back on the other side over there can hold 800,000 or so units, millibuckets. And the same is true for this pressurized pipe. Now here, there's only 2 pieces. And if I click it, it tells me it can hold 32,000 buckets in just these 2 pieces. And the ultimate acts as a serious buffer. And here I've got ultimate and advanced, so I got a mixture, which together hold 68,000 millibuckets. But I had this as a basic, so it wouldn't hold so much. I think it only held 5 buckets. This will hold 20 buckets. But the basic didn't have enough throughput for what this lithium tower was outputting. So it was backing up in here, and I thought all was well. But it was starving down the line because I just couldn't put it through. So I've upgraded it to advanced. That should fix that problem. I've also added 2 more brine towers over here. These 2. And they're feeding their brine into the lithium tower here. I briefly had my... I don't know where I put it. Somewhere around here was my brine... Oh, there it is. Over here. My spare brine bedrockium drum. It's currently not connected. But I had it sending its excess into the system so that this lithium tower completely filled. Then I disconnected it, and now you can see it's not going up or down. So 10 brine perfectly balances 1 lithium. So this lithium should be running at full speed. If I need any more liquid lithium than what I'm making now, I'll have to make a whole new set of towers. This set of towers is maxed out. But I think we'll be good. I got more than enough solar neutron activators. I was calculating how much everything needs. The reactor, for every 2 levels of injection rate, starting with the first 2, takes 600 millibuckets per half second, every 30 seconds, for half minute. Every 30 seconds it takes 600 millibuckets. These each put out 100 millibucket in 30 seconds. So you need 6 of these for every 2 levels of injection rating. And it looks like you sort of have to use an even number for your injection rate. It looked, from my basic test, it looked like if you put in an odd number, it basically is rounding it down to the next lowest even number and using that. Basically, bumping it up by 1 didn't change anything. Didn't change fuel use. I don't know if it changed any of the outputs or not, but it definitely didn't change the fuel use. 2 and 4 were different, but 3 was the same as 2. And I tried this both going up and going down, so it wasn't, and I waited, so it wasn't just a matter of the heat levels balancing out. I would let it balance. So this has got to fill up a bit more. Hopefully this will be ready very soon, because as soon as this backs up, now it's down to 64, so very, very soon. Good. During this episode, we should get factory production going back at full speed. This will be a momentous look. Oh, it'll be a momentous momentous. It will be a momentous occasion when the giant battery is finished. I also have this. When I was taking out that cable, that pressure pipe between the solar neutron activators and replacing it with the tanks, I drained the pipe first, converting it to liquid, and I stored it here in this bedrockium drum. So I got over 1,000 buckets of tritium as a backup. I can just use my configurator and connect it to this pipe and start piping it in straight from here. So if I ever need an emergency juicing, I've got it. Because this part, doing the tritium, that should always work, because it's just water. As long as it's got some power coming in, we should have no problem with all our deuterium needs. I also modified this program again a little bit. Down here, this last line used to be power output, and it was a static number in RF per second. It was like 2 million RF per second per level of injection rating. But I had to go in and edit the code every time I changed the injection rating. Got tired of doing that, so I decided I'd make it live. So I changed power output to power generation. It's a little bit more clear. It's still not exactly right, because this isn't so much generation as how much our battery has been going up over the last couple seconds. Averaged out to a tick. So now, and I also reduced it down to a tick instead of second. So it's 1/20th the number it used to be. Take this number and multiply by 20 to get the number I used to have. But per tick is a little bit more useful. So it's 283,000 RF per tick right now, because I have the reactor turned all the way down to 2 to let the all the pipes and the solar neutron activators and everything have not be stressed and let them charge completely back up. Once it's fully charged, I'll start tuning it back up again. But this is now a live number, and it reflects both what we're making and what we're using. I think we're making 300,000, but I'm using 18,000 somewhere. And look at that total in the battery, 786 trillion RF. I mean, when you look at this thing with its settings, it's almost 2 petajoules. And when we add the last row, it should knock it over 2 petajoules. Pretty fun. So yeah, this won't get going until we get that lithium fully stocked up. So let's go check on the blood magic room here. Been doing a few things in here. You see a couple extra stuff around. I am piping out the blood into bedrockium drums. This one is currently at almost 30 million millibuckets. These two are full at 65 million millibuckets. The pipe goes into this one and then goes around to that one. So I have 2 online. And whenever that one fills up, I swap it for an empty and stack the full ones over there. This part you've seen and you know. But I've added another chest over there. And let me show you what that does by knocking off some of these pieces. Alright, what I've got is I've changed these chests from being the large alchemical chests to being regular chests that I use chisel to make red, just so they fit the color scheme in here, since the regular old vanilla brown chests are ugly. But I did that because for some reason the alchemical chests don't work properly with comparators. And this is a blue power comparator, so I can use microblocks around it. Cover it up. But the idea is, if anything is in here, the comparator is lit up. That, you see that torch there, it's integrated in it. When it's empty, that torch is off. So if I have like a stack of... Let's grab that out. If I have like a stack of stone in here, and it's churning them through one at a time, once it's empty... I can put my master blood orb in there, and I can walk away. And as soon as this is empty, the orb will come out, go in there, and start filling my network back up again. So I can set up a recipe, walk away, and I won't be drained of life points when I come back. How do I have an extra tile? Where did that come from? I'm not sure. I'll just put it away then. I can put that away for now. So that's what I've got up here. down below, I've made a lot of changes. You can probably hear a little bit of strange sounds coming. First, let me mention this. I had to make the awakened activation crystal. The weak one, which is just tossing a lava crystal in, which is a simple craft. But to make the awakened activation crystal, you need to take a weak one, some Incendium Aether and Aquasalis, and either a Demon Blood Shard or Nether Star. I, of course, used Nether Stars because I haven't summoned any demons yet. And I have plenty of Nether Stars. You put those all together and you get the Awakened Activation Crystal. And of course, these three are just following a recipe. They each take a simple catalyst, which is also a recipe. So I just made a whole bunch of these things and did all that crafting by hand and made myself the Awakened Activation Crystal. Because instead of having the Well of Suffering down here, I have the Drill of the Damned. That's what this is. It's the same shape and number of blocks as the Well of Suffering, but they're all black. And it requires the more advanced activation crystal to start it up. For some reason, it's not displaying the big circle magic widget that it normally does, but it is working because the Endermen are all dying instantly. So what I got here is I brought my soul cage over from the Essential Craft 3 room, and I brought that widget from Essential Craft 3 that pulls all the Endermen to it and starts damaging them, turning their life force into Essential Craft 3 power. Now, because of the Drill of the Damned, they die immediately and get turned into life points, into blood. So that thing isn't actually doing anything except containing the Enderman. So while this thing will spawn them anywhere around here, they all instantly get pulled, as you can see, to the center. Now, because when they die that way, they drop all their regular drops and experience, I've got a vacuum hopper over here, if I can get it. There it is, vacuum hopper. Set to output experience through the bottom and stuff out the back. So the experience is coming down here. I've got 12,801 buckets of experience. And all the items are coming into this chest. I have an extractor on both sides. This side is taking all the pearls, whitelisting pearls, and they're just getting melted down into EMC. On this side, I used to have a chest over here for anything other than pearls. I just had it blacklisting pearls. But I had enough. After a day or two of running, you can see you get dimlets, and you get all those little mob drops from Clockwork Phase. And also, when these things die this way, they can even create the ghosts. So I was getting ectoplasm. Back off, let all that stuff drain into the hopper, my magnet. Yeah, there was a ghost. So some ectoplasm was just generated. But most of all, they create dimlets. The Endermen drop dimlets, and they only stack up to 16. So the chest, even the large alchemical chest I had here, kept filling up. Now the rest of the drops would just despawn. It was not really a problem. But I decided to make it clean and just trash everything, because I've got tons of dimlets now. I ran them all through my processor and struggled to store them all in a easy-to-understand way, but I got it. So now it just trashes everything. As far as the Clockwork Phase drops, and let me go ahead and just turn that off because it's causing me some lag. There we go. I've got tons of those drops now. I also have tons of Enderman heads from the Hardcore Ender expansion and tons of the ectoplasm in a chest back up in the main original room. I did take down the big pictures. They're all over here in this chest. I don't know if they were causing any sort of frame rate lag, but I was getting a lot. Probably this thing more than anything else, when it's running full tilt, causes lag. Just because there's just so many updates going on as stuff flows through all these pipes. Well, I'll be tearing all that down very soon now when this thing is finished. So that should speed up my frame rate. So that's blood magic. That's the factory. This, I ran my mob farm here for a while. I just recently told it to trash all the armor, but I got tons of enchanted gold armor, so if I ever need to make magical wood, I can do that easily. Got a couple of wind things, some of their armor, bunch more heads. I can turn those into wither skulls if I need to. Oh, am I full? Wow, this page is full. Alright, I can move one of these to the front page. They're useful. But I've turned that off because, I mean, I've got another 5 million. I'm getting far more experience from the Enderman farm because it runs faster. But let's go to space. We've been to the moon. We've been to Mars. Time to visit the asteroid belt, which is just, I guess, yeah, that's the asteroid belt there. So I've got a project chest. I've been collecting this stuff. I had to go back and sit on the moon for a while to get more compressed meteoric iron. I had most of what I needed, but not all. So now I should be able to craft everything for a tier 3 rocket. So let's bring up tier 3. Make a nose cone. Make an engine. Oh, I need to make... I think I just need to drag it into place. That, and the heavy-duty plates. These heavy-duty plates are Desh, which we got from Mars. Tons of it, because I could use my digital miner. And the tier 2 heavy-duty plate, which takes the meteoric iron, and the regular heavy-duty plate, which is all these. So, lots and lots of metal going into that. Next, these things. Oh, I was doing the other recipe, I think. Because I got far more of the Desh. Oh, I didn't hold down Shift, I guess. Shift. Alright, I'll just do it by hand. Oh, what's... Compressed titanium. Oh, okay. No, I don't have compressed titanium. So I do need to use the heavy-duty plate. Alright, so this... I thought it was Desh, not titanium. So the heavy-duty plate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. No, I guess it's the tier 2. Alright, so I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And mix it with that. And I'm actually going to take half of it out. Oh, wrong one. I'm just getting it all wrong here. Need 8 of this. Working? Yeah, it's working. So I can put some in here and some in here. So that's the heavy duty. So that should satisfy the recipe. Yes. Oh, it looks like I'm going to need more. Yeah, I need 4 of them. This only makes 1. I don't think I'm making enough. Let's see. Do I have enough now? I guess I do. I got 4. Okay. So make 4 of those. Next was these canisters. Got everything for that? Yeah, it just doesn't like it because of the canister there. Like that. That. There's 1. And there is 2. Alright. I did fly around Mars, went through a couple dungeons, got a whole lot of these cargo rockets, but then I eventually found a tier 3 rocket. There it is. Behold my rocket. My huge rocket. It's massive. And hard as metal. Because I put a whole lot of metal into it. So let's stick this guy onto... Pick up that one. Put down the big one. Ah, there we go. Whoa, it just barely clears the force field. I'm glad I put it as high as I did. That looks ready to go to the asteroids, doesn't it? Let's see if it's loading properly. It's you. Alright, it's filling up. Oop, I'm inside. There we go. So let's put away some of this stuff. Anything else? I just got the rocket. Alright, so I can toss the rocket into my bag of stuff. Check my oxygen levels. They could be refilled. Get some new ones out. Toss these in. I could also do that through my ender pouch, but since I'm here, I'll do it that way. Have a last meal. Alright, range safety. Are we good? I miss my range safety officer, but she's in bed. But there's no sleep for astronauts. Alright. Oh, nope. I still need to get the teleporter gear so I can get back. Do I have spares? I think I might actually have made spares last time, if I was smart. Oop, I got him at a receiver. But I must have used the transmitter somewhere else. Alright, let me make that and I'll be right back. Alright. Got receiver, an RF exciter, matter transmitter, and some ultimate universal cable to hook it all up. So we're ready to return. And I dialed. So this is dialed to the launch facility here. And this one is named Asteroid Belt, so I can dial back to it when I get home again. I think... for good. Alright, let's flip the switch here. Open up our force fields. Time to launch. Ooh, the window's over here now. Sort of behind me. Here we go. 18. Let's get this view this time. 10. 8, 5, pi, 1, liftoff. Off we go to the wild light blue yonder. Alright, black yonder. Don't you love how you can see the stars through the crescent moon? Alright, we are now going to go... that's Mars. There. That is the asteroid belt. And we launch. I think we come down a strange sort of like capsule. There it is. Don't think we have to do anything. Hopefully we're actually going to land on a rock. Yes, good. Be very disappointing if we didn't. And of course, Lots of mobs. And most of them got knocked off. Some of them got knocked off. Ah, hi. Look at how much they blew it up. Alright, hop out. And I fall right through. And I'm in F5, which is... Nope, sorry. F5, no. Come on. There we go. Oh, we can't get it. Thought this thing had our rocket in it. Oh, there it is. Alright, now we're flying. So let's mark this one on the map so we know. Call it exit. I don't know if I'll make this the home. But if I do, let's grab my last magnum torch and slap it down here. So when we come back, there'll be nobody home. Yeesh, look at this. Ooh, that one's different. Come back here. Can I get you? No, you're Phantom. That's cool. I like coming up with night vision. I can really see them now. That one's ice. Do we see any of the ores? Don't know what to look for quite yet. There's an ore, but I think that's just going to be... That's aluminum. I don't need aluminum. Once I can find one, I can set up the digital miner. There. What's that? Probably copper. Light iron. Just regular iron. Looks like copper, though. That would be tin again. Or aluminum. Aluminum. There's not much to do here in the asteroid belt. But they do have the one ore. This is the only place you can get it. And you need it for some of the final recipes in Galacticraft. So I am going to look around and see if I can't find it. So far all I'm finding is aluminum and iron and the little creeper prints. Dun da da da! It's fast forward time! Aha! Here it is. It is inside the big rocks. Well, that makes it much easier to find, for sure. Oh, yes. Something interesting about Essential Craft 3 in that Drill of the Damned. Look how much UBMRU I've got. That's 210 million. All those Endermen... Is that going up still? I turned off the Enderman. All those Endermen were counting as if I killed them. Oh, there's a lot of this stuff in here. This is nice. That's so much better than finding it free-floating. But yeah, so I've got tons of MRU on me, so I can keep the blocks yield more drops effect on. So I'm getting extra drops for all of this. Fortune might help. Let's see. I do have now a fortuitous drill. And on my regular 3x3 drill, I've got it so I think I could just put these together. No. I thought it had the update that lets it change specific format. I'm not sure. I guess not. I'll have to look up how that works. Can check it real quick here. Drills, augments, hot swap, see next page. Replace the drill. Place the drill on top with a drill of your choice. Somehow uses the augment itself. Craft that and then... Alright, well that's not what I thought it was, so I can't do that right now. That's fine. This is at least getting me 2, doubling my generation of the stuff. I've actually gotten several stacks now, so I'm probably pretty good with it. Yeah, this is much easier than the last time I came out here in another version of Galacticraft, and you got, you know, maybe 3 or 4 of this stuff. Now it's like everywhere here. I don't know if every asteroid is this full of it, but I got lots in this one. At some point I'll break through the bottom of this thing. Well, might as well get a lot while I'm here, and then I don't have to come back so much. Whee, super fast mining. I don't even have to get out the digital miner. I haven't dug in a while, so a little bit of digging won't hurt me. I'm mining an asteroid. Alright, that looks like I've pretty much gotten so much I can't carry anymore. Let's sort. Wow, look at all that. Oh, that's iron. So I get iron and titanium shards. Only shards. That's interesting. So I don't need the rock. Let me dump all the rock. Alright, that's all that's coming back is rock. Put this away, and I can carry that much of the rock. I'll leave the rest behind. Or not. I'll take it with me, I guess. See if it can keep up. I don't think so. Wow, you even get chunk loading errors in space. So let's head back to the asteroid I landed on, since that makes sense to use that as my point of departure. Plus I put the magnum torch there, so I will not be bothered. And my teleporter won't get blown up, which is always nice. Alright, that. Oh, don't put the power on top, I need the power on the side. There we go. I sort of like this texture. Has a nice feel to it. All right, looks good here. That's dialed home. Let's head home. Made it. Let's actually put the rocket back down. Where is it? Where is it? Da, 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 da. I did put it in this page, didn't I? Oh, look, I did have a pair. Darn it. Oh, well. The landing pad I also need right there. All right. Slap these back down. And behold my rocket. There it is. Now, I think these you have to craft. No, you smelt. Oh, it's even a shard gives you a full ingot. Cool. I got lots then. Let's toss all these in. And I'll toss the iron shards in. Might as well. Not that I need the iron, but... And the remainder of this rock I'll stick away over here. Oh yeah, here's the chest with all the enderman heads and ectoplasm. I have no idea what I'd do with the ectoplasm. I mean, if I make those ingots, can I make them into like a block or something? No, so I can't use them for decorative purposes. So I got some desh still in here and lots of titanium. So what can we do with the titanium? We can make the compressed titanium. Alright, so what can we do with the compressed titanium? Can make some armor, make some tools. Another recipe for that. You can make these walkways now. Ah yes, the energy beam receiver. The short-range telepad. Cool. Energy beam reflectors. And then back to some more helmets and boots. And another one of the walkways. I do like the walkways. But as these energy beam thingies, I wanted to just see what they look like. Beam receivers are connected to an energy machine input and output to transfer energy using beams. And then the reflectors are used to redirect energy beams from source to destination. Can be right-clicked to cycle through targets. Sounds like it can only do one target. So what is this beam core? Iron, okay, we can do that. All right, let's head on back to the room with those supplies. All right, so it said iron, I think. And some redstone. And some glass. So Galactic Craft. So we can find those new items that I've never seen. I don't think I've even seen anybody playing with them. So just one. I guess I should make more than one. Let's make 2 more. I'll make 3. Total of 4. Alright. And then you can use that to make this using the compressed titanium. So I need to compress some titanium. I wonder where I'm going to get some titanium. Actually, it's probably just 1 stack? No, 2. Some of the metals take 1, some of them require 2. Sort of odd. Get the first 4 here. Alright. Oops. So using that, make a beam emitter. Or receiver. Is there a difference? No, but the instructions said it's for both input and output. I'm going to assume it's both. And then the recipe for this needs a lever. Let me get a lever. Not in this one. It's in this one. Right here. Okay, I can make another one of these, because I'll probably need one at the other end. And then the rest we just reconfigure like this and toss in some levers, and we get the redirector, or whatever, reflector. Alright, let's see how these look. Yeah, we can just set it up right here. What we can do is get an RF exciter. I know I'm hooking it up to a wireless powered transfer, but I'm just testing it here. So let's get some of this. Slap. Cannot attach receiver here. Oh. So it can't be attached to anything. It has to be attached to something with power. So let's change a plan. Let's grab 4 of those and 1 of those. Do I have a blue one? Yes, I do. So that, get 2 of those ports. I'll put 1 here. Get out my configurator as it starts to thunder and I'm playing with electricity. Alright, now can I put it on that? No, I can't attach it there either. Maybe it can only attach to its own machines. That would suck. No? This I can put down. What's a little spinny thing there? That's cute. For some reason I thought it was going to be bigger. So how do you work these things? Let me look it up and I'll be right back. I'll also stop the thunder. Alright, I looked some stuff up and I now know I need to make some Galacticraft machines to attach these things to. So I'm going to make a bunch of these energy storage modules with the hope that I can convert to and from RF power into these things. Let's see, which way do they go when you place them? So that is the output, I think, and that is the input. So if I want to attach it here, I put it like that. And it is now completely full. And on this, there we go. All right. Now let's put another one over here, like that, with a receiver on it. Now they're too far apart, so in between, let's get out a block of something. Gray wall, sure, why not? Bzz. There we go. That doesn't do any harm. Good. Nice. I could do some decorating with these. That's like 4 beams that spin. 5 beams. 4 that spin around the other. See, it looks like a rotator to aim. Very nice. Cool. Alright. I'll think of something cool to do with those. And I think we got to wrap the episode up. So I hope this one was fun. We finished up the Galactic Craft. There may still be stuff in here that would be fun to make, but I knew that this one looked interesting. We still have... What was this Orion drive used for? Oh, the Astro Miner. Oh, alright, we might have to try that. We definitely might have to try that. Alright, so this is Nonsanity signing off. Take care, be good, and see you next time.